Thank you.
Stanbic IBTC, moving forward.
Business trends beyond the headlines.
We had a substantial amount of capital available to invest.
Government policies, macro indices, market movement. Business Express on Smith 98.1 in association with Stanbic IBTC.
Stanbic IBTC, moving.
Lagos, it's time for us to talk business inside of Business Express, and here on Smooth 98.1, we encourage you to communicate with us. First, let's welcome Rotus and our guest. Good morning.
Good morning, Valentine. Good morning, Lagos. I do want to welcome Afolabi, Gbenro of Stanbic IBTC. Afolabi, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
Welcome,
for
welcome,
having me.
welcome.
Lagos, send in your contributions and your comments on the stories you're about to hear. Trust me, they'll be really interesting. You don't want to miss out on that. Send it to WhatsApp on 0809 444 0981. I'll take that number again, 0809 444 0981. On Twitter, we're at Smooth981FM. To communicate with us, add to your tweet the hashtag BusinessExpress981. Also on YouTube, you can see our faces in the studio and leave a comment in the comment section. If you cannot find us on YouTube, simple, type Smooth981FM Lagos and we'll be right there.
All right, thank you so much, Valentine. Lagos, we jinxed the market yesterday, or was it me? So yesterday, because October is over. Yeah, today's the 1st of November.
Yeah.
I said yesterday that the market was at, as is for the month, was at 1.2%. Yeah, that's the year-to-date, or at least month-to-date return. And I was like, if we happen to drop by more than that margin, we're negative for October. And of course, it's a coincidence, but the market dropped 2% yesterday. October was negative for the month, unfortunately. 32,466 points is where we closed. Year to date, we're down by 15.1%. Really quickly, we have to hop into a number of our messages that we got yesterday, because I promised a couple people that we're going to get to them. Lawson sent in a message talking about how he feels that tier 2 banks that aspire to get into the tier 1 space are a bit of the arrogant side, because the increased capital requirements for tier 1 banks actually pressure profitability for them. That was also from Lawson, and also he likes Stanbic IBTC's return on equity. He pointed that out. That's been pretty impressive. Also, Rainmaker said that during his investment banking days he was pitching GTB, and Stanbic likes customer service and operations as well. But Afolabi, let's get to you. What is your role with Stanbic?
Cool. Well, thanks for having me.
It's good to have you, sir.
I'm a sales trader for Stanbic IBTC stockbrokers. What that basically means is that I manage relationships for international investors. We talk to them, we find out what they want to do in the market, what stocks they're looking for. We give them market updates. We keep them happy. When we find out what they want to do, we go into the market to start sort of sourcing for the other side of what they want to do. Sometimes these are very large tickets, and
Okay, good stuff. So we've just went over the market update for October. It's not looking too pretty. 15% down for the year. How's the sentiment with your clients as far as they're concerned?
So like you mentioned, October was down 0.91%. That's the all share index. If you break it down per sector, you're looking at the banks. The banks were up 1.62%. The consumer sector was down 4.59%. Industrials down 6.12%. Oil and gas up slightly 1.27%. So basically, what we've been seeing is that the reporting season is over. Q3 results are pretty much done and dusted. If you look at the sort of consumer names that reported, generally they didn't do as well as expected, because obviously purchasing power has reduced for the consumer. Guys don't really have as much money to spend.
Correct. Yes.
Because things have been a bit tight. Also, the consumer companies can't necessarily pass on the costs onto the consumers, because things are already tight. And
this sector, I'm not going to fight here, but you know who you are, who was arguing with you. Okay, thank you.
So generally for the banks, we saw just marginal improvements on portfolios as well. So mostly what we're seeing now is that a lot of our investors are on the sidelines. The locals are sort of really not doing so much. You'll see them in a couple of names here and there, like sort of Dangote Cement, but generally the locals are not really doing as much. I would say participation is probably maybe 70%, 30 in favors of internationals.
Okay.
And they are, so we're seeing some funds are just not doing anything. They're waiting until after
the elections, right?
You know, before they sort of do anything. But we're seeing some guys sort of take positions. They're cherry picking, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
You know, in certain quality names. So GTB, Zenith, Nigerian breweries. We're seeing quite a bit of activity, even especially this week. If you check the stats for this week, GTB has been highest in volume and value traded.
Okay.
Pretty much all throughout this week. So, I mean, so generally the theme is that, you know,
sidelines.
Sidelines for some taking positions, you know, looking at elections, post-elections, that things will probably
pick up.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. I'm glad you mentioned consumer goods and competition. Gbenro Kamu sent in a message yesterday. He was like, Rotus, what is going on with Dangote flour mills? So Gbenro, that's one of the things that's going on. There's actually, it's a pretty competitive space as far as that flour milling is concerned. So I didn't know this. There's actually in excess of about 18 to 20 players. So Dangote flour mills is facing lots of pressure in competition there. Also, in wheat prices, international wheat prices have been a bit volatile. I've actually pushed up and affected their cost of what they're importing as far as wheat is concerned. Also, prices of a bag of flour, they've moderated a bit, so that's affected their top line revenue. And then the ports, the logistic nightmare that's been going on with the ports. So you put all that together, and that's been what's been affecting Dangote flour mills. Well, Lagos, ponder this with me. I was just wondering, I was looking at this result. If the cement sector was as competitive as the flour mills sector, would Alhaji Dangote be as successful as he is now? Valentine, you ever wonder? Real quick though, Afolabi, we're talking about this downstairs. Nigeria scores high on the ease of doing business, but drops to 146th in its ranking. We were just, I mean, okay, so the points it went from 51.5 to 52.89, but then we dropped from 145th to 146. You were saying it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, because if you look at it from 2016, in 2016, the 2016 to 2017 ranking, we were 169. You know, so we've come up to 145.
Right.
It's been a deliberate effort, you know, on the part of the government to sort of improve our ranking, you know, in this index, and I think that's been positive. I mean, some headlines sort of reported it as, well, Nigeria dropped, but if you look at it, we just dropped one position.
One position.
You know, so generally, I personally think it's still like positive. You know, it's positive for like Nigeria. You know, this is the kind of
we have, and it'll see, and I know that a number of our listeners, and I won't, you know, I'll put myself in that position. We've been a bit hard on the government, but you know, we have to give them credit where it's due. Yeah, you know, they have tried. I know the vice president, he's the one that's been pushing the ease of doing business program quite a bit. So you know, but again, you know, power, infrastructure, there's still those challenges that are there.
Yeah.
But generally, that's a decent increase there, or rather decrease. Mary, I promised to get to your question today. Mary asked about our opinion on GlaxoSmithKline, and we was that towards the end of the show. Our analyst that we had yesterday, that wasn't part of their coverage. Mary, I for right now, I wouldn't. I would take a wait and see approach for GlaxoSmithKline. If you look at their results, they've been facing a lot of cost pressures. Yeah, so they've grown their revenues. I mean, I was looking at Q1, 4.2 billion. Q2 it jumped by 4% to 4.3. The third quarter jumped about 23% to 5.3 billion. But cost of sales, 3 billion in Q1, 3.3 Q2, 3.9, almost 4 billion naira cost of sales, 17% jump. It has really constrained their margins. That's cost of sales. You now bring in their selling and distribution costs, admin expenses. GlaxoSmithKline managed to squeeze out profits for a 9-month period, but if you break it down quarterly, they actually made a loss in the third quarter of this year. There was like a 10 million naira loss. So the stock is at 11 naira right now. Its high was 34 naira back in April. It's lost about 48% for the year to date. In fact, I was asking you, Afolabi, based on your what investors have been reaching out, have you seen any requests for GlaxoSmithKline?
We haven't seen any.
Yeah.
I mean, I checked the sort of the average daily volume since it's about 200,000, which is nothing fantastic.
Not very much, yeah.
And then it was also part of the top losers for yesterday.
Right.
It lost about 9.76% yesterday.
Yeah. So, Mary, I would ease up a bit on GlaxoSmithKline again. For any stock recommendations that we make on the show, it's just my opinion, what I'm seeing with the numbers. Do reach out to a brokerage service like Stanbic IBTC. Do your due diligence and take it from there. Afolabi, what about the outlook? I mean, we were speaking yesterday with the fact that investors are sitting on the sidelines now. You were saying this is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Going forward.
If you look at it, between now and maybe the end of the year, I don't really see any sort of rally or anything happening. But strongly believe that post elections, things will definitely pick up. That's my own strong view, because and I think it wouldn't really matter what the outcome of the election is, as long as everything goes well. I believe that
things should pick up.
Is positive for Nigeria. Yeah.
All right, quick messages here on WhatsApp. Paul says, "Is Procter and Gamble still doing business in Nigeria? And if so, how far with the MTN IPO?"
Okay, Procter and Gamble, are they still here? I think I have to check on that. I think they are. I think the last I heard they may have scaled down, but I have to check on that. The MTN IPO, that's been delayed. MTN has taken the federal government of Nigeria to court. So I think the court case, they appeared in court on Monday. The Attorney General's lawyer didn't show up. They've delayed it until December 4th or 6th. Yeah, so they've pushed that back. So the MTN IPO is still it's still on the back burner for now.
Okay, thank you very much. And this one from Christian says, "I think you should invite Dangote on the show. You're obviously a fan." And Bankole says on YouTube, "What is your opinion on the impact of retail loans that are all over the place using apps and overall lending? Could it have been the reason why lending through established banks are dropping?"
Bankole, I wouldn't say so. It's very small for right now, but that is where things are going. There's competition from fintech as far as access to loans. It's very small. Yes. I won't give it I won't say that's the reason why loans have dropped, but look for that in the future.
And also on YouTube, Modupe Sanda says, "I still do not see why they have tried. Doing business in Nigeria is anything but easy. We can do much better than we are when compared to other West African countries."
Good point, Modupe.
Rotus is going to be taking more of your questions or your messages up on YouTube, on WhatsApp, and Twitter. Lagos, coming up next, we have a fantastic conversation coming up talking about real estate, and you'll be very interested in that.
Afolabi, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Smooth breakfast, Lagos.
Love music. Love life.
Good stuff. Yes.